Reminiscence in chords.
Welcome back to Reminiscence in Chords. I'm your host, Dainty. Today's story is one of my favorites, and it's not just because it's about love or nostalgia and a song that makes you do something crazy, but because, well, I'm in it. You'll see what I mean. Do you know how sometimes a song you haven't heard in years suddenly finds you out of nowhere and it feels like it's trying to tell you something? That's how it happened for Pat Ohagwa. Back in high school, Pat Ohagwa had this girl, B. Their story was not really dramatic, nor was it chaotic. It was simple, the kind of teenage love that feels like forever but fades quietly once graduation happens and everyone moves on with life. Though both weren't on speaking terms by the end of high school. And strangely enough, Pat Ohagwa did not really miss B afterwards. He did think about her sometimes, like a name that pops into your head when you drive past your old school. But there was no ache, no longing, just distant memories of someone he used to know. Fast forward 6 or 7 years later, Pat Ohagwa is in a taxi, probably thinking about work or life or nothing in particular, just heading home. It's late evening, traffic crawling, city lights flickering on and off like scattered memories, and then it happens. That song starts playing on the radio. As the song played on, he couldn't explain it, but suddenly B's face appears in his mind, as clear as daylight. Her laughter, the way she used to walk, the way she used to call his name. It's like the song reached into some quiet corner of his memory and turned the lights back on. By the time he gets home, the song is still playing in his head. He tries to shake it off, makes himself a drink, turns on the TV, but nothing helps. So he goes on YouTube. One play turns into two turns into 6, and before he knows it, it's late in the night and he's still replaying the song, lost in memories of a girl he thought he'd forgotten. He finds himself asking, why now? Why her? But he cannot stop thinking about her. And somewhere between the bridge and the chorus, it hits him. He misses her deeply too. That realization hit him, not the kind of missing that's rooted in regret, but the kind that just wants to see someone again, to know they're okay. And so, Pat Ohagwa decided he had to find B. The next morning, he woke up early, did not have a plan, did not even have an address. All he had was a memory, a rough idea of the area she lived in, what a house looked like, maybe a street corner he could recognize. Most people would have brushed it off. Even I would have brushed it off, but not Pat Ohagwa. He decided to do one of the craziest things. Stay with me now. Every day I wanna pick up the phone. He put on his headphones and walked out of his house, with Missing You playing on repeat. He got to that old neighborhood and started walking, street after street, lane after lane, asking himself, was he here? Maybe this one, maybe that one. Hours passed. The sun got hotter, but he kept walking, guided only by memory, music, and a feeling. Then suddenly he saw it. That house, the one with the red gate. He froze, smiled, and thought, this has to be it. He walked inside the compound, went down the stairs, turned left as he remembered or thought, knocked and waited. A lady answered, not B. Maybe her sister or cousin? He couldn't tell. He asked hesitantly, please, does B live or still live here? And that lady answered, yes, she does, but she's not home right now. Pat Ohagwa smiled, partly in relief, partly in disbelief that this was even happening. He left his name and phone number, thanked her, and went back home with his heart racing. Later that night, B called him. Her voice sounded the same, soft, familiar, like no time had passed. They talked, caught up a little. She agreed to see him. They met once after all those years, but unfortunately, she was rushing somewhere, so she didn't stay long. But that short encounter, just seeing her again, filled something in him he didn't know was empty. He said a void was filled. He wasn't expecting them to rekindle anything. It wasn't about that. It was just, closure, connection. Well, and that one song was the bridge back to a piece of his past he thought was long gone. So now, whenever Missing You by Case comes on, Pato Hagua laughs. He remembers that story and shakes his head. Pato Hagua asked me to tell you, Cordians, songs can do things to you. I mean, like we already know, right? He said, whatever you do, do not listen to Missing You by Case unless you're ready to do something crazy. But between you and me, maybe that kind of crazy is what makes music so powerful. It reminds us that no matter how far we've come, some parts of us still remember the way back home. Yeah, if you haven't figured it out, I am B. Wild, right? The girl he walked around the neighborhood for after hearing Missing You by Case? Yes, that was me. I didn't know he did this crazy thing until recently when he told me the story. And when he told me the story, I didn't even know whether to laugh or melt. Maybe I did both. Because it's one thing to be remembered, but to be searched for because of a song, that's something else. Spectacular. Shout out to you, Pato Hagua, for taking that wild walk down memory lane. Literally, you made this one unforgettable. Thank you for remembering, for searching, and for giving this song a story worth retelling. I put this song on one of my playlists, and when it comes on, I remember this story and just smile. Yes, I've played it over and over again. I'm so glad you stayed till the end of this one. Now, Cordians, go find and listen to Missing You by Case. It's in the description, and maybe, just maybe, it will make you do something beautifully crazy too. Until next time, may every song remind you of something worth remembering.
Thanks for rewinding with us. If a song unlocked something in you, follow the show, pass it along. And if you've got a moment worth remembering, share it at remingchords@gmail.com. The next memory we play just might be yours.